To formally mark the beginning of our celebration, may we call our Insurance Commissioner, Commissioner Dennis B. Funa, for his welcome remarks. Let us give our Insurance Commissioner a round of applause.
Secretary Carlos G. Dominguez, former Insurance Commissioner Justice Santiago Rañada and his wife, the President and Chairpersons of the various industry associations, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. It is with great pleasure and excitement that I stand before you to celebrate with you the 73rd anniversary of the Insurance Commission. How time flies. It's been 6 years since this responsibility was first given to me, and this year marks my final year with you. The work in the Commission has always been and will always be full of challenges. But the fulfillment it has given me over the years is equal to none. Allow me to give credit to the men and women of the Insurance Commission. I have seen other government offices, of course. I can tell you the degree of professionalism in this office is outstanding to the highest degree. It might be that as an insurance regulator, you would naturally be filled with accountants, lawyers, math graduates, and a host of other highfalutin degrees. But it is not in the college degrees alone that we measure our people. As an insurance commissioner, I measure them on the basis of integrity, humility, and the capacity for hard work. These are the people that we have in the Insurance Commission today. Allow me to express also, from the bottom of my heart, my thanks to my boss, Secretary of Finance Carlos G. Dominguez. He is my guidepost, who would every now and then call me out on matters that should be attended to. Thank you, Mr. Secretary, for all your support to the Insurance Commission and the insurance industry. The past 6 years saw the insurance industry evolve and change radically. Insurance regulation has become so complex, but the changes are all for the good of the industry. With all the financial crises in the past, the drive towards financial resiliency and financial strength has been the battle cry of financial supervision. During my term, one of the important regulations on solvency protection was issued, and it is called RBC2 framework, which superseded the previous RBC1 issued in 2006. Its objective was not only to update the risk requirements, but also to align our practice with global standards. RBC2 provided the Insurance Commission with more objective and risk-based analysis of the company's finances. Given that we have made progress with solvency, we are facing a new challenge with the advent of the implementation of IFRS 17. In insurance accounting, we are seeing the most radical change with the adoption of IFRS 17. The roots of IFRS 17 are founded in the fear of the next financial crisis. The International Monetary Fund's October 2017 Global Financial Stability Report reinforced the need for additional policy focus on the insurance sector, stating that, and I quote, risk assessment in the insurance sector suffers from opaque and heterogeneous financial disclosure and deficiencies in the accounting and regulatory regimes. The IMF recommended that policymakers must continue to strengthen regulatory frameworks and increase reporting transparency. For the time being, the Insurance Commission and its stakeholders are working together in developing guidelines for a more efficient environment and framework that would allow for these new accounting standards to be applied fairly to all regulated entities. On digitalization and the continuous proliferation of technological development in the industry is one of the key factors and trends that we are looking at. The digitalization journey of the insurance industry started long before the COVID-19 pandemic. Back then, it was an attempt at modernization and creating an edge over the competitor. Little did we know that it was going to be a necessity and an indispensable weapon against a pandemic that locked down the world for over 2 years. Within the Commission, we have also stepped up our digitalization efforts as we require online submissions of reportorial requirements from our regulated entities. The Commission put in place a cloud system to accept online submissions of these reports and to accommodate the application of insurance products, forms, and other supporting documents that need approval from the Commission. On anti-money laundering efforts and corporate governance, in June 25, 2021, just last year, the Philippines was included in the Financial Action Task Force, or FATF, gray list of countries under increased monitoring. FATF is the Paris-based financial watchdog. Because of this, we have been required to increase monitoring for possible money laundering activities, even as insurance has been identified as low risk. I must admit that I was not keen on the measures that I have been compelled by the circumstances to implement. Some of it are just too onerous and frankly unnecessary for the insurance industry. But the mission of the country is to have us removed from the gray list, and comply we must. On financial reporting, another area that has evolved radically is financial reporting. In addition to the standard quarterly and annual reports that had to be submitted, the insurance companies have to submit diverse reporting requirements such as the quarterly reports on selected financial statistics, or QRSFS, and the various surveys we require every now and then. On investments has become one of the most challenged areas for the industry. In a low interest environment, the search for yield has become a mad scramble. For 2020, 22 out of 31 life insurance companies registered a net investment loss ranging from 238,000 pesos to 1.5 billion pesos. Yes, this thing happened. But there was a rebound in the succeeding year. The Commission responded by opening up other areas of investment opportunities, as well as adjusting the required credit ratings of investment instruments. On the same note, the Insurance Commission has allowed other investment options, such as derivatives, real estate investment trust funds, or REITs, of which our Secretary of Finance was the prime mover, exchange-traded funds, and investments in eligible type of infrastructure projects integrated in the Philippine Development Plan. As an incentive, the Commission allowed lower risk charges to companies that invest in either debt or equity securities from infrastructure projects or activities that align with the Philippine development. Back in 2019, when the pandemic struck, the Commission issued circular letter to encourage insurance or reinsurance companies to be key enablers for infrastructure investments aligned with the government's Build, Build, Build project. In terms of competition, competition in the market continues to be vibrant and healthy. During my term, we saw the entry into the Philippine market of Singapore Life as a digital-only life insurer. A number of non-life companies were rehabilitated and revitalized. And in the coming days, we hope to announce some new entrants into the Philippine market. With this, ladies and gentlemen, let me express my delight and pride of what the Insurance Commission had achieved despite the challenges of our time. We did not let the pandemic cripple us. Instead, we used it as an opportunity to improve ourselves and our service to the people. Adaptation and innovation are the weapons that we used to combat the adverse impact of the pandemic and win over the challenges. It was indeed a difficult fight, but it is one that we have won triumphantly. Despite the setbacks that the pandemic brought, our insurance and allied communities remained resilient. I am thankful to everyone who made all our successes possible. I cannot name you all now, but you know who you are. And that means each and everyone who is in this room with us today. Once again, I thank you for all the hard work, support, and cooperation extended to the Commission. Our collective efforts has enabled us to celebrate and be thankful today, because indeed it is a happy 73rd anniversary. As we turn a new leaf, I exhort each and every one of you to continue the narrative of our story, to be active characters in this story of success that we have been writing through the years. I enjoin you to fill each chapter of the Commission with stories of success, perseverance, and solidarity. Happy anniversary, Insurance Commission, and congratulations to every one of us. Thank you very much.